Well, Claire, The Hunt earned $5.3 million in its opening weekend.
Matt Perrin shares his thoughts on the film in your Monday Movie Musings.
Welcome to another Monday. The box office saw its lowest number since 1995, which is to be expected with theater closings and coronavirus concerns. Add in the fact that there will be no new releases until April, and I have a feeling this may be my last review until then. So what was I going to do pre-hiatus? Well, I decided to skip I Still Believe, not what I was looking for. Then we had an indestructible Vin Diesel in Bloodshot, but all the Fast and the Furious movies involve an indestructible Vin Diesel, so on to wide release number 3. This one seemed fitting. All of the movies I want to see are being delayed, and this one is finally being released after being delayed since September. So without any further ado, here's my take on the supposed shock film, The Hunt. Our film begins with a group of strangers waking up in a field with no knowledge of how they got there. They are all gagged and soon come across a crate containing weapons and the keys to their gags. No sooner do they remove their gags and start taking weapons, shots ring out and the group realizes that people are trying to kill them. Everyone starts scattering and some find out that there are booby traps all around as well. We see our protagonists going their separate ways, and it doesn't take long for us to lose some of our well-known names we thought would be around for a while. We see some of our survivors making it to some resemblances of civilization, but the smartest among them learn not to trust anything. Soon we start hearing about a group of rich elites that kidnap average Americans and hunt them for sport, and that seems to be the situation our group finds itself in. They also soon realize that they aren't even in the good old US of A anymore. Learning to trust no one is definitely a survival skill, and we see those who are still alive quickly sticking to that. As the movie progresses, we learn a little more about our kidnappers and their motivations. We also see that in some instances they may have chosen their prey poorly as the hunted become the hunters. Political ideologies fly, but the message delivered definitely gets a little weighed down by all the gore. So, what to say about this one? I can definitely see why they delayed the release, which was originally scheduled right when we had 2 mass shootings. I do think it's funny that President Trump admonished this film on Twitter. Obviously, he didn't see it because his criticism does not line up with the message of the movie, and it actually kind of leans in his direction. Look, the whole movie is supposed to be a dark comedy thriller, taking the story The Most Dangerous Game and adapting it to today's political climate. Normally, I sway away from politically themed films, but to be honest, I had a lot of fun watching this one. I started anticipating it when I saw that their new marketing campaign was to take all of the bad publicity and try to use it to sell the film. Yes, the movie is violent and gory, which is to be expected, but to me the gore wasn't nearly as extreme as other movies I've seen. There are a bunch of big-name actors in this, some we see regularly and some we haven't seen in a while, but just watching it you get the sense that they had a good time making this, so I think we should just have a good time watching it and not try to take anything too seriously. I'll tell you what though, Blumhouse is definitely putting out the films this year, and if nothing else, they know how to take social messages and make them entertaining. With this movie though, if you are at all squeamish, I'd skip it, and I'm definitely not going to tell anyone right now to rush out to the theater to see anything. But down the road a few months, if you want to check out some gory political satire, definitely look this one up. This has been your Monday Movie Musing. Back to you.
And coming up, Tyler has the last look at that forecast.
ABC Columbia's News at Noon continues in just a